Hey everyone, welcome back to Talk Léo. I'm Leo, and as always, we're here to do one thing talk in English about real stuff that actually matters in your daily life.
And I'm Guy. Hi, everyone. So, last episode, we talked all about greetings. How to answer, how are you? Like a real person, not like a textbook. Did you practice? Did you try something new when someone asked how you were?
I hope you did, because that's what this show is all about. Taking what you hear here and actually using it out there in real life with real people.
And today, we have a topic that comes up literally every single day, multiple times a day, actually.
What time is it?
What time is it? How to ask, how to answer, how to talk about your day, your schedule, your routine, all of it in English.
And I promise you, by the end of this episode, you're going to feel so much more comfortable talking about time in English. It's one of those topics that seems simple but has a lot of little details that most beginners don't know.
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with the most basic thing. How do you ask what time it is?
Well, the most common way is simply, what time is it? Short, clear, natural. Everyone understands it.
But there are other ways too. Like, do you have the time? Which sounds a little more polite, a little more formal.
Yes. Do you have the time? Is something you'd say to a stranger on the street. It's polite and indirect. Very British, actually.
Ha! Of course it is. In American English, I'd probably just say, hey, what time is it? Very direct, no ceremony.
And then there's, what's the time? Which is also perfectly natural, especially in British English.
Okay, so we've got three ways to ask. Now, how do you answer? How do you actually say the time?
So in English, the most common way is to just say the numbers. For example, 3:30 or 4:15 or 7:45.
Right. So instead of saying it is 3:15, most people in casual conversation just say 3:15. Numbers first, then minutes.
Although, and this is important, the traditional way of saying time is still used a lot, especially in British English. 3:30, 4:45, 7:20.
So let's break that down. Half past means 30 minutes after the hour. So half past 3 is 3:30.
Quarter past means 15 minutes after, so 4:15 is 4:15.
And quarter to means 15 minutes before the next hour. So, quarter to 5 is 4:45. That one trips people up sometimes.
It does, because you're talking about the next hour, not the current one. 4:45 means it's almost 5 o'clock, 4:45.
In American English, honestly, most people just say 4:45. The quarter to construction is less common in everyday American speech.
But you'll definitely hear it in movies, in songs, in British content. So it's really useful to understand it even if you don't use it yourself.
Exactly. Understanding is just as important as speaking. And one more thing. When someone asks what time it is, you usually start your answer with it's. So, it's 3:30. It's 2:15. It's almost midnight.
Almost is a great little word to add when you're close to the hour. It's almost 6. It's almost noon. It sounds very natural.
And noon. Let's talk about that. Noon means 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. Midday and midnight is 12 o'clock at night.
So instead of saying it's 12 p.m., you can say it's noon. And instead of 12 a.m., you say midnight. Much more natural.
Okay, let's talk about a M and PM, because this confuses a lot of learners, especially people from countries that use the 24-hour clock.
Right. In English, especially in the US, we mostly use a 12-hour clock. So instead of saying 1500 hours like in the military, we say 3 p.m.
AM stands for ante meridiem, which is Latin for before midday. So AM is the morning from midnight to noon.
And PM stands for post meridiem, after midday. So PM is the afternoon and evening, from noon to midnight.
So when you wake up at 7 in the morning, that's 7 a.m. When you have lunch at 1 in the afternoon, that's 1 p.m. When you go to sleep at 11 at night, that's 11 p.m.
And here's a little tip. In casual conversation, people often don't say am or PM if the context is already clear. Like, if you say, I have a meeting at 3, everyone assumes you mean 3 in the afternoon, not 3 in the morning.
Unless you work night shifts, of course.
Ha! Yes, unless you're a night owl. But in general, context helps a lot.
Now let's talk about the different parts of the day. Because in English, there are specific words for each part, and they're used constantly in daily conversation.
So we have morning, which is from when you wake up until about noon. Good morning. I had coffee this morning. My class is in the morning.
Then there's afternoon from noon until about 6 p.m. See you this afternoon. The meeting is at 2 in the afternoon.
Then evening, which starts around 6 p.m. and goes until you go to sleep. Good evening. I usually cook in the evening. What are you doing this evening?
And night, which is more specific to the late hours when it's dark and most people are asleep. I stayed up all night. It happened in the middle of the night.
One thing that confuses a lot of learners, tonight and this evening are often used interchangeably. Are you free tonight? And are you free this evening? Mean basically the same thing.
Yes, tonight just sounds a little more casual and informal. This evening is slightly more formal, but both are completely natural.
And there's also this morning, this afternoon, this evening, tonight, last night, yesterday morning, tomorrow afternoon. All these combinations that come up constantly.
Last night is a very common one. I couldn't sleep last night. Did you watch the game last night? I had a strange dream last night.
All phrases you're going to use and hear every single day.
Okay, now let's get practical because knowing how to say the time is great. But what you really need is to talk about your daily routine. And for that, you need a bunch of little time expressions.
Like, I wake up at 7, I usually have breakfast around 8, my lunch break is at 1. These are sentences you'll use every day.
So let's talk about the words we use to place things in time, like at, in, on. These three little words, prepositions, are used constantly with time, and a lot of learners get confused about when to use which one.
So the rule is, at is for specific times, at 7, at noon, at midnight, at 3:30.
In is for longer periods. In the morning. In the afternoon. In the evening. In January. In winter.
And on is for days and dates. On Monday, on my birthday, on the 5th of April.
So you'd say, I have a meeting at 2 o'clock on Monday in the afternoon. 3 prepositions, 3 different uses.
Exactly. And once you get the hang of it, it becomes automatic. You don't even think about it.
Now, let's talk about how to describe your routine, because this is such a common conversation topic. What does your day look like? What's your schedule like? People ask this all the time.
So you might say something like, I usually wake up at 6:30, I make coffee, check my phone, and then get ready for work. I leave the house by 8 and I'm at the office by 8:30.
See how natural that sounds? She didn't say, I wake up at the time of 6 hours and 30 minutes. She just said, at 6:30. Simple, clean, natural.
And notice the little words, usually by. And then, these are the glue of a daily routine description. I usually outai means it's your habit, not necessarily what you do every single day. By 8 means before 8. not later than 8.
By is a tricky one. I'll be there by 5 means I'll arrive at 5 or before 5, not after. It's a deadline.
Yes, very useful word. I need to finish this by tomorrow. The report is due by Friday. I'll call you by noon.
And then there's around, which is the opposite of specific. I wake up around 7, meaning roughly 7. Maybe 6:50, maybe 7:10, not exactly 7.
Around makes things sound more relaxed and approximate, very conversational. Let's meet around 2. I'll be there around 6.
Okay, what about your routine, GI? What does your typical day look like?
Oh, well, I'm an early bird, so I wake up around 6. I do a bit of reading before I get up, then I make tea. Obviously, I'm British. And then I go for a short walk.
Tea first, of course.
Always. And then I start work around 9. I take a lunch break at 12:30, usually, and I try to finish by 6 in the evening.
That's very organized. I'm more of a night owl. I wake up around 8, sometimes 8:30. I don't really have a strict schedule. I like to go with the flow.
That sounds very American somehow.
Ha! Maybe it is. But I do have one non-negotiable. Coffee before anything else. Before speaking to anyone. Coffee first.
And that's a whole vocabulary lesson right there. Early bird, night owl, go with the flow, non-negotiable. All real English phrases used in real conversations about daily routine.
Okay, now I want to talk about some words that confuse almost every beginner. And they're all about time. But they're not about the clock. They're about how things relate to time.
Already, yet still, just, and ago. These 5 words. They're everywhere in English conversation, and beginners often mix them up.
Let's start with already. Already means something happened sooner than expected, or before the time we're talking about. I already ate. She's already here. We already finished.
The feeling of already is like, wow, that happened fast. Or, it's done. You don't need to worry about it. Don't make dinner. I already ate. You don't need to call him. I already spoke to him.
Then there's yet. Yet is usually used in questions and negative sentences. Have you eaten yet? I haven't finished yet. Is she here yet?
The feeling of yet is expectation. You expected something to happen by now, and you're checking if it has. Have you called her yet? Meaning, I thought you were going to call her. Did you?
And still. Still means something is continuing. It hasn't stopped. I'm still waiting. She still lives in London. Is it still raining?
Still has a sense of surprise sometimes, too. Like, really? Still? You're still here? He still doesn't know? It can sound slightly shocked.
Then just. Just means very recently. A moment ago. I just woke up. She just called. We just arrived.
Just is one of my favorite words in English because it does so much. I just got home. I just saw that movie. He just left. Everything is fresh, recent, right now.
And finally, ago. Ago means a specific amount of time in the past. I ate an hour ago. She called 5 minutes ago. We moved here 2 years ago.
Ago always comes after the time expression. An hour ago, 5 minutes ago, 3 days ago. Not ago 3 days. Always after.
That's a common mistake. Ago 3 days sounds very unnatural. It's always the time first, then ago. 2 weeks ago, 6 months ago. A long time ago? A long TMA ago. Like a Star Wars opening. Exactly. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Perfect example.
So to summarize, already, it happened. Yet, did it happen yet? Still, it's still happening. It just happened. Ago. It happened X time in the past.
5 little words that will make your English sound so much more natural and precise.
Okay, let's put it all together. 3 conversations, all about time, schedules, and daily routines.
Hey, are you free this afternoon?
I think so. What time were you thinking?
Around 3? We could grab coffee.
3 works. Actually, can we make it 3:30? I have a call until 3.
Sure, I'll meet you at the cafe on the corner. At 3:30 then.
Perfect. See you there.
So what's your schedule like here? I'm still figuring out the rhythm of the office.
Pretty flexible, honestly. I usually get in around 9, 9:15. Most people are here by 9:30. And lunch? Is there a set time?
Not really. Most people go between 12 and 1. The kitchen gets crowded around 12:30, just so you know.
Good to know. And what time does everyone leave?
Depends. Some people leave at 5 on the dot. Others stay until 6 or 7. It really varies.
Okay, I think I'll aim to leave by 5:30. I'm still jet lagged. I just moved here 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. Really? That's so recent. You'll get used to it. Just give it a few more days.
Hey, are you almost here? The movie starts at 8.
I'm so sorry. I'm running a bit late. I just left the house.
It's already 7:45. You're not going to make it in time.
I know, I know. Can you buy the tickets? I'll pay you back. I'll be there by 8:15 at the latest.
Fine, but next time you need to leave earlier. This always happens.
I promise. I'm already on the train. See you soon. Okay, let's wrap up. Today was a big one. We covered so much ground.
We talked about how to ask and answer. What time is it? In different ways. The direct way, the traditional way, the casual way.
We talked about a M and PM, the parts of the day, morning, afternoon, evening, night, and how to use at, in, and on with time.
We talked about daily routines. How to describe your day naturally with words like usually, by, and around.
And we talked about those 5 tricky little words, already, yet, still, just, and ago. If you can use those 5 correctly, your English is going to sound incredibly natural.
The big lesson today, time is everywhere in English conversation. Every plan, every story, every routine. It all involves time. And now you have the words to talk about it.
Practice this week. Tell someone about your morning routine in English. Say what time you woke up, what you had for breakfast when you left the house. Use everything we talked about today.
And next episode, we're going to talk about do and make, 2 of the most confusing verbs for beginners. Do the dishes, make the dishes, do a mistake, make a mistake. We'll sort it all out.
It's going to be a good one. See you next time.
See you soon.
Peace.